Hey everybody, Wes Montgomery's one of my guitar idols, if not the idol, as he is for many guitar players. One of the things that Wes did was incorporate octaves into his soloing, this sound. But there are other techniques for octaves. We'll get into arpeggios, a technique that Lee Ritenour uses, which is to break the octave up. There's the George Benson octaves, which is to put a note sixth in between the octaves. All the different ways to approach octaves. Play an octave on the guitar. For instance, here's an E on the fifth string. There's an E on the B string over here, but to play both of these notes at the same time, you'd probably have to use two fingers. And it sounds plucky. Also, you have two strings in between, so it's a little difficult if you wanted to strum across that. So what Wes did is, instead of playing an E here and an E over here, he took this octave E and played it on the G string at the 9th fret. So I'm playing on my A string on the 7th fret, and then the G string on the 9th fret. And I have a muting technique, which is I like to actually put my fourth finger on the octave, and I'll explain why in a second, instead of my third. But I put that there, and then the second finger comes over and mutes the low string here. So I just, with my thumb, I brush down across the E, the muted D string. It's muted by the first finger, and then my fourth finger is playing this note, but it's muting the top two notes, so I can strum and get the octave sound, not pluck it. Okay, so there's this great Wes Montgomery lick that goes across the string sets, and we're going to play, the first shape is the E and the E here on the A string and the G string. Then we're going to jump towards the floor to the next string set, the D string, 7th fret, B string, 10th fret. We're going to slide up 3 frets to a C. Then we're going to go to the next string set towards the floor, and we're going to play the 9th and 12th fret. So notes number 1, number 2, slide up for number 3, and then number 4. And this sort of implies an A minor sound. Okay, you see what I did right at the end there? I slid into that note. That's a kind of a cool thing with octaves, is you can slide in. So it's not part of the technique. Okay, so here's the lick. I'm going to put on a little backtrack. Here we go. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's lick number 1. Lick number 2 is a way of approaching octaves that I've heard people like Lee Ritenour and other funky, jazzy kind of players use, which is to take that shape on the G string and the E string. I'm going to play 2 E's, and I'm going to separate them like this. If I'm going to play an A minor scale from A, this is just on the G string. It's an A Dorian with the octave. Now we're going to break it up. So we go, hit those two notes, then you go back to the first note and you slide. You play the octave, slide, slide from the same note. Okay, so we've got two ways, the West shapes. The Lee Ritenour broken. The third thing you can do with octaves is play arpeggios. So for instance, I'm going to take a C major 7 arpeggio. C, E, G, and B. C, E, G, B. Now below this C is the 7, the B right here. So I'm going to come into the C, then go over to the E, G, and then slide up to the C root, and then go backwards. Here it is. Fun. Takes a lot of, you have to change these shapes around whether they're 3 frets apart or 4 frets apart, but you get used to that after a while. Okay, so let's keep going. We did the West. We did the Lee Ritenour. We did the arpeggio. And now to present to you something called string skipping or set skipping, which is, let's say I start out on this high A up here on the G string and the high E. So what I'm going to do is I want to move this way towards the nut, and I'm playing this. I'm looking for something that I can grab close by on the next string set, which would be this D over here. Then I jump back to the first string set, and I just keep going back, and we'll go in Dorian here. Something like that. Okay, this is skipping string sets. Here we go. Keep forgetting I'm in Dorian here. One more. There we go. Go the other way. You see the scale on the strings, and that allows you to jump around, and you can make some good jumps. That was the arpeggio. Now set jumping. That's fun to do. All right, and then the last one I'm going to show you is a hybrid type octave because we're going to add an extra note. What we're going to do is add a sixth above the lowest note. I'm going to play E. And what's interesting is we're going back to the original way of playing octaves on the guitar, which is to play the octave this way rather than this way. So we have two strings in between. On the G string, I'm thinking, okay, I'm in the key of G, basically. What is the sixth of E? Is it a minor six or a major six? It's a minor six, E to C, and then the next E. So you get three notes sounding. The octave is on the outside, and the sixth or third is on the inside. And then you diatonically stay in the key, and you go up and down the fretboard in that key. So here's a little bit of A Dorian. All right, light a candle for Wes Montgomery and maybe listen to Bumpin'. That has some nice octaves in it. Anything that Wes did was pure gold. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel on your way out. For more information on my signature guitar and musicianship courses, check out the information in the links below. Bye for now.